And how did the cutting start on your brother's hair? I'm just trying to picture you first picking up those clippers. Like why?
His hair was thick.
Hmm.
My mom had started. My mom, she was sending me in the barbershop with him,
Mm.
and he was a crier. And it was so embarrassing. And I was like, I think I can do it.
Mm.
Mm, mm.
And she started, and I sooner or later I convinced her, after some time. And she bought me some clippers, and then I just started like, just experimenting the Toni Banks way.
So when
And
did you take? Oh, when did you
go
get
ahead.
take serious? When did you take it serious and then go and join a barber college? Is that how they do it out there?
Um, I actually took it serious when I moved up here, and I went to the Cutting Edge Institute. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Deidre
I've heard
Shanti
of it.
was the owner, and it was a hump ago. It was a while back, but um, she just she was a great teacher, and she had a school near Georgia State University, and I just learned from the best of them. It's pretty decent experience. But I myself am from a family of teachers, so I was the
Okay.
black sheep of the family by just being just a barber in
Mm.
their language.
Yeah.
How
So
was their reaction to being that they were all educators? Give us some of that initial reaction when you said, "This is what I'm going to do," and then also, how did you respond to that?
I responded by being an educator myself in this field instead
Mm.
of just instead of actual education itself as a
Yeah.
whole. And it theirs came with a lot of bumps and bruises that I wouldn't want to relive,
Mm.
but I think in all actuality, in the end of everything, it came with a lot of respect for my family, because in the
Okay.
beginning it was like, why do you want to do that? Because everybody else has their own perspective or their hopes and dreams of how they think little Timmy or little
Yeah.
Melissa is supposed to come out,
Yeah.
because that's my niece or that's my nephew. But everybody has their own journey, and
Mm-hmm.
it's the power is in the consistency, and the consistency, that's what leads to the
Yeah.
win. So it doesn't matter about what career. It just matters that you became one of the best at it.
I like
Yeah.
that. I
I
like
hear
that.
that, but then from a hump ago is what you said way back. Our industry was looked at completely different. Like now, you say that I want to be a barber, and people like go get that money. But back then,
Right.
there wasn't a lot of money that they saw it as, and you got to remember that a lot of old heads was the barbers, a lot of older
Right.
guys. There wasn't no young blood out there really being barbers, and they wasn't getting $20. They was getting 10, $8 back then. So
Man.
it wasn't really something that I probably would have told my kid, you want to be a barber? Nah, bro. You
Yeah.
need to
Get
go to
back in this
college
car.
and go do something else. But look at how our industry just switched to where so many people want to be a barber now because they see, like Lon always mentioned, we're like the new rappers. We're like hip hop. Everybody see the flashy clothes, the money, the things we put on Instagram.
Freedom.
Yeah, the freedom, and that's one
Right.
big thing why people hop in it. They think they want to be free, they're free to be their own boss, all that kind of stuff. You've been back there when it wasn't all that.
I'm telling you.
How has it been for you traveling through that? Not only being trying to be a barber, a successful barber, but being a female in a male dominated industry.
It came with a lot of bumps and bruises.
Mm.
It came with a lot of challenges, to say the very least. If you were to visit, or start at a new shop, they would test you out, especially being a female. They would test each other out.
Hmm.
Okay, men on men. But me
Right,
coming
right.
in, if I were to come to a new shop or go to a new shop, I rarely spoke in the beginning. I would let
Hmm.
my work show, who I
Mm.
was. I'm really
Gotcha.
good with artistry and drawing and putting designs and haircuts and things of that nature. That's why I'm the coordinator now of these barber competitions, as opposed to damn near starting as a judge, because nobody really wanted to go against me in the beginning. Nobody was doing it here in Atlanta the way that me and the original Barber doll do it. You know, we really go
Yeah.
hard for what we, yeah. So it's just the
Is that how
journey.
you was in school? Were you doing those designs in school or finding that niche for yourself? When did that blow up for you that you're recognized for that and respected for that?
To be quite frank, I had already been cutting. I went to school up here in Atlanta. I was already, remember, I was in high school. And I started learning as I was going. And then I went to Albany State University for business admin. And I was cutting while I was going to school as well. So when I came up here,
Hustle.
I was more of a collegiate
Mm.
than anything else. And then that's when I just went crazy with the barbering when I came up here in Atlanta in the 90s.
What were some of those challenges when you said they challenged you when you came into the shop? For just imagine everybody on here is and people that look at this are not all barbers. What did that look like where they gave you a hard
What does
time when
that
you
look
came in?
like? That
Yeah.
looks like me cutting a full head, having three other people sitting here waiting on me, all men, and somebody walking in and asking me, "Is there a barber in the shop?"
Mm.
That's what that looks like. I mean, you're
Mm.
always overlooked. Nobody
Mm.
ever sees the woman as the barber. They go
Yeah.
around. I've had people come in and look around. Look
Did that did that
around me, literally.
did it offend you or did that charge you up? Like, what did that do for you what did that feeling feel like at that moment? You know, you sitting here doing just as good as everybody else, maybe even better. Somebody comes in and look right over you and say, "Is there a real barber in here?" What did that do? How did it make you feel?
As a Virgo, it offended me. As a Virgo,
Ooh, that's why I like you.
yeah. Oh, really?
When's your birthday?
9/11.
I'm the
Oh,
third. I'm Labor Day some days, but yeah,
Wow,
you
yeah,
9/11 every year.
yeah.
Dang.
Wow.
Sorry they took your birthday and turned it to a sad day, but yeah,
Yeah, I hate it too. I hate it, but it's crazy. It's the
yeah.
our world we are in right now, the journey. I keep
It's,
going
yeah,
back to the journey.
yes.
yes.
So you said it did it frustrated you, and what was your reaction? Let me tell you why I asked this stuff, because somebody is watching tonight, somebody's gonna watch
Mhm.
tomorrow, somebody's gonna watch this in a year, and people look to people like you to answer, how am I gonna deal with this situation? It may be better now, but it's still gonna always exist. It just may be less. So what was your reaction? What did you do? How did you grow through that?
My reaction immediately was emotions, and then I used that emotion to turn into fuel. And I went harder and I started learning more. I started following people like Rob the Original, trying to emulate and make my cuts look sharper. That much more. I would try and find somebody else to not outdo, but just to at least put mine side by side and
To
it'll look,
model after.
similar. So I used it as fuel, and I kept going and I kept going until again I was known in my area. My area was Cobb County. I had a small shop. I think I was like 23 years old. That was my first shop ever. And
Mm,
it was probably, I think I could fit like four barbers in there.
mm.
And I had so many growing pains throughout that situation. And I wouldn't take that back for the world. It shaped me and molded me into the woman that I am today in the industry. You
Got you.
need those hurdles. You need those falls in order to like really find out who you are.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Because
looking for right there. That's what I was looking
yeah.
for right
Oh,
there.
it hurt. It hurt bad, but at the same time, it just got me going, and to the point where you can walk in and say that now, and I'm like, well, I don't have time. I don't take walk-ins.
And
Let one of
before
my
we get far
barbers
away
get you.
before we get far away from that, because T, I know you're gonna run away from this one. I'm digging just a little bit deeper.
Go ahead.
So
You're good.
when you said I used to react. What was that? Let me be specific. Did you curse somebody ass out? Did you snap? Did you pop off and tell them who you were? Like, or did
Virgo
you
not
just
gonna
walk
do
around?
all that in front of you. But
Okay.
no, I would tell them, I really can't get you right now. I got five more. Maybe if you come back in a few hours, but I'm the only barber here right now. And then when they would leave, that's when I would get the cursing like they were still there. And I was like,
This mother sucker thought he thought I was.